We're just going to now take you through a little bit about our Discovery Spark programme. If there's anybody who's standing at the back who wants to come in and join, please do. If you've ever had a desire to release your inner Simon Cowell, we're shortly going to give you the opportunity. So please come forward. And I'm going to introduce you to Renos Savva, who's our Head of Innovation at Discovery Park and has been running the programme.
Thank you very much, Jane. I've been told I should take 5 minutes, so I've just started my stopwatch, and you don't have to know anything more about that. I want to welcome everybody to what's going to be a round of quick-fire pitches. Discovery Spark is a program that allows founders of startups of a variety of scales, from brand new. One of our cohort was still submitting a PhD thesis when she joined, to people who were onto their third business. And there were a variety of sectors as well. We had digital, we had medtech, we had synbio, and we had pharmaceuticals as well. So why is that? It's because it's a microcosm in a way of Discovery Park itself. We all have to be careful these days. We say Discovery Spark when we mean to say Discovery Park, and Discovery Park when we mean to say Discovery Spark. And early next year, we're going to have to start getting used to saying Discovery Start. If you want to know more about these things in more detail, please come and see me at lunch or at other times today. But back to Spark. With Spark, our founders went through a program where they visited Discovery Park 4 times. I'm in the business development office, and what we'd like to do is to tell founders, if you haven't seen Discovery Park, please come and see it. And don't just come and see it, come and experience it, not just as a site, but also our business development office and our resident Barclays Eagle Lab, because there's a lot of wraparound care available. I'm pleased to say that Discovery Spark, which grew up very quickly, is backed by an excellent prize partner consortium of 6 partners. And there is already a lucky winner of the Discovery Spark program. We had some semi-final pitches at Discovery Park on the 15th of November. And we had our panel of 6 prize partners, and we had a panel from Discovery Park Ventures. I'm very pleased to say the scorecards were unanimous about who won the competition, but nobody knows this yet other than the spreadsheet, and we will be making an announcement. The fun for everybody in this room is that you'll get to see 6 excellent 5-minute pitches from those pitches that we considered best in our cohort of 11 pitching companies at Discovery Park on the 15th of November, and you will be able to vote for your favourite. And I'm pleased to say that our prize partners are not only being very generous in awarding the winner of Discovery Spark with an excellent prize, first of all, a Discovery Park Ventures investment and wraparound care from our 6 prize partners, but they are also making available to today's wildcard winner, those same 6 prize partners, aspects of wraparound care appropriate to whoever wins today. So, at 3.5 minutes, if there's nothing else you want to know, I think I just want to introduce you, first of all, to the companies. Sorry, can we have the previous slide? Thank you. So of the companies that you see listed, our finalist pitchers of today are Dravia Discovery, Cardio Crown, Biomavericks, D-Lock Biosystems, Bug Biome, and Arwen. And among our pitching companies, we have 3 of those committed to coming to work at Discovery Park, which we think is excellent news. If you'd like to join them, please talk to them afterwards and talk to us. And now, let's welcome our first pitcher, Vinita from Dravia.
Thank you very much, and I'm really delighted to have the opportunity to pitch today. So I'm Anita Tripathi, here to talk about Dravya Discovery. I guess when most of us entered this site today, this is how your vision has been. This is what you have been able to see. However, sadly, if my father was to come here today, this is what his vision would have been, and this is what my vision is going to be in next 15 years. In fact, there are 200 million patients globally today who suffer from age-related macular degeneration and have this vision. And if we look at all visual impairments, that's 1 billion patients globally. However, 81% of these visual impairments can be prevented or cured. Why is this not happening? The problem is multifactorial. The patients have an impact on their quality of life because the clinicians are restricted with what kind of ophthalmic drugs are available on the market. And this problem actually stems from a foundational problem of drug discovery scientists due to lack of disease-relevant assays. So even though we have more than 1,000 drugs in ocular discovery phase, there are hardly any that get through into clinical trials and get approved because there are no meaningful assays which can enable pharma companies to take data-driven decisions. While we cannot solve all the problems, as I mentioned, it's multifactorial, what Dravya Discovery has developed are assays that will enable the drug discovery scientists to go from hit to lead and lead to candidate. These assays are based on over 15 years expertise and know-how, which forms the intellectual property of the founders of the company as well. And they range from ex vivo tissue-based assays, which then the drug discovery scientists can use to get into their candidate in vivo validation assays, thereby minimizing the use of animals as well as maximizing the success rate and minimizing attrition. In terms of the market size, we reached out to 72 potential customers comprising of big pharma, small SMEs, as well as academic groups. And based on these interviews and the spend of these customers, we took a bottom-up approach for our market sizing, putting our beachhead customer at 1.8 million. Growing this market to the other potential customers whom we have interviewed puts our market at 18.3 million. Our founding team has several years of experience in other therapeutic areas as well, including oncology and neuroscience. So growing our assays and establishing our market position in ophthalmology and then moving into neuroscience and oncology with other novel assays which we have in the pipeline takes our market to 36 million and the total accessible market to 73 million. And I'm not just saying that this is the market that we can capture. We actually have real data evidence to demonstrate this. Cellomatics is an existing CRO. It's a preclinical CRO and one of the market leaders for offering complex assays. I'll come to the next slide as to why I'm mentioning Cellomatics, but within 6 years, Cellomatics has had a 35% annual growth in the revenue, coming to a revenue of 1.8 million currently, which is a beachhead customer market size that I just showed in the previous slide. We're looking to raise 250,000 investment, which would become profit generating within 2 years. Dravya and Cellomatics. So Cellomatics is in discussions with Dravya Discovery to acquire Dravya. For Cellomatics, it's growth into tissue-based as well as animal-based assays. And for Dravya Discovery, it's perfect acquisition partner, considering that they already have a very strong market position in the CRO space. And who is the team to take this to success? So we have a stellar team in place. I'm currently the CEO and the CSO. However, I'll be stepping down as the CEO, and Shailendra Singh, who is in the audience today, will be stepping in as a CEO. Together, the two of us have over 35 years experience in drug discovery, and we have supported several companies and have several candidates that are in clinical trials. The assays we have developed are therefore clinically validated. Shailendra has taken Cellomatics, and under his leadership, it's got into annual revenues of 1.8 million with a team of 20 scientists. And very recently, they also received the Queen's Award for Enterprise. So I'll leave you with the value proposition statement for the company, which is that Dravya Discovery draws on over 15 years' experience to help ophthalmology discovery teams identify new drugs using our novel translational assays combined with digital tools for regulatory compliance. Our consultancy and clinically validated approach are distinctive to other CROs. It's not a one-size-fits-all purpose. Thank you very much for the attention.
Thank you very much, Vanita. And so if we can have our next company up, please. Migrate the slide so they know who they are. Keep going. This is Dravya's slide. Okay. Can we migrate to the next company, please? Thank you. So I'd like to introduce our next pitcher, and I welcome Heraldus from Cardio Crown.
Hello. At Cardio Crown, we're on a mission to transform stroke recovery, streamline clinician resources, and optimize healthcare spending. By the time I finish this 5-minute pitch, somewhere in the world, 7 people will suffer stroke. Stroke is one of the leading causes of disability in adults and can strike at any time. The first 6 months of stroke recovery is the most important. However, shockingly, in the UK alone, 86% of stroke survivors did not receive essential rehabilitation end of last year. The numbers of stroke survivors continue to rise due to the aging population, and this places a huge strain on our society and the clinicians. This is why we developed NeuroVive, an all-in-one stroke rehabilitation tool that offers 24/7 access to essential rehabilitation, is quickly deployable for in-clinic and home use, and we estimate annual savings of 265 million pounds within the first 2 years in deployment. And this is because we have mapped our route to success. We focus on engagement and promoting neuroplasticity, while by extending the therapies into home, we reduce the strain on clinics and optimize the 6-month golden window of recovery. And we also offer tailored, gamified, and personal experience to stroke survivors for that superior service. We offer an intuitive console that can be used by the clinicians to not only monitor, but also manage individual stroke survivors. Our minimum viable product consists of virtual reality digital therapy programs that we develop alongside our hardware electromyography. As we continue building the company, we'll be adding other modules, including, including functional electrical stimulation, robotics, and assisted AI. There's studies shown that integrating these technologies with virtual reality significantly surpasses current standard approaches. And we're able to address multiple different therapies in a single, portable, easy-to-use solution for home and clinic use. We have worked tirelessly this year to establish relationships with key stakeholders in order to develop and launch our minimum viable product. We already developed 4 digital therapies, conducted a usability study, and now working and implementing our commercial plans. Our technology does have applicability across several key markets, including stroke recovery, spinal cord injury, and other neurodegenerative diseases. However, we see our greatest impact of biotechnology to stroke rehabilitation. And based on geographical reach and our target market, we estimate service obtainable market of £192 million. Our B2B subscription caters to private stroke rehabilitation clinics, NHS, insurance companies, physiotherapies, and other healthcare providers working and dealing with stroke survivors. And if we were in the market today, I think it's quite safe to say that we would be a market leader. And this is because we're focusing on ensuring that our technology fits straight away into the rehabilitation pathways and requires minimal intervention by the clinicians during the programs. And we have an amazing team that has experience in medical technologies, business development, and software engineering, while also being supported by an amazing group of advisors to ensure that what we're developing is not only clinically effective, but has the evidence and market aligned. Today, we're raising £420,000 in order to support expansion of our team, but also getting our minimum viable product developed. In 2023, we focused on development and establishing key relationships with our stakeholders. Next year, we'll be looking at launching our minimum viable product in the UK, and in 2025, beginning our scaling efforts in launching in the US and select regions of the EU. I would like to thank Discovery Park for this opportunity to pitch here today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Geraldus. And so, on to our third pitch. So, Andrew, Karthik, welcome.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Andrew, and this is my colleague, Karthik. So we are from Biomerics, which is a biotech startup, basically focused on the early cancer diagnosis. So most of the IVD companies are actually detecting tumor biomarkers, such as the tumor DNA. But unfortunately, only half of the patients in early stages are correctly diagnosed, raising the question whether we are looking for the biomarkers in the right place. So actually, at the early stage, before the exponential growth of the tumors, it will trigger the immune response. So for the last 2 years, we have been identifying these immune biomarkers, and fortunately, we have complete our tangible IVD product, embedding these 5 biomarkers in a simple plot test, starting from the pancreatic cancer all the way to high prevalence breast cancer, colon cancer, lung cancer. So it gives rise to the CT values that differentiate from different type of the cancers in a fast, accurate, and also versatile manner. So in our recent pilot study conducted in India, with the limited resources we have, we aimed to investigate the feasibility of utilizing this unique method. And on the right-hand side, you can see across different type of the cancers in a cohort of 46 patient samples, we have achieved almost 100% of the sensitivity and specificity in a real-world samples, meaning to say that it's paved the way for large-scale clinical trial, both in India and also in the UK. So for now, we are the only one company utilizing the leukocyte mRNA technology to associate with the cancer significantly. And we have differentiate our IVD product from other companies by offering the multi-cancer detection in a matrix characterized by the high sensitivity and specificity in a rapid and cost-effective manner compared to all the competitors. So we have already filed our patent, and not only the biomarkers that we describe, but most importantly, the detailed methodology that differentiates the different type of the cancers. And we anticipate to file the PCT application in next year. And we conduct the FTO search, identifying no patent at all identical to our mRNA technology.
So we have conducted significant market research across different global areas, from Tier 1 to Tier 3 countries. So our initial analysis has resulted around $180 billion cancer diagnostic industry, and we are tapping around $30 billion industry, which will be focused on diagnostic centers, hospitals, and pharma companies. So we have a 5-year plan to be implemented to achieve this. And we'll be recruiting a 12,000 patient clinical trials, which we already have agreement done. And we'll be doing regulatory approvals in the Tier 3 countries, especially like India and other low-tier countries, and provide the LDT service to the diagnosis center and hospitals, and later on moving on to getting an IVD and CE mark, so that once we generate the revenue, we can do a regulatory approval in other countries and sell it in Taiwan and Tier 3 countries. So this is our 5-year revenue projections based upon the market survey, which is done in various clinical collaborators in India. And from a price of $90 to $120 of the test, with a greater than 85% profit margin, we are projected around 7,500 test units just only in India. And most of it will be focused on providing it to the hospitals. Now, in order to achieve this and enhance our clinical sensitivity in other markets, we require $3 million to do a regulatory approval in US, UK, as well as in other European countries. And for that, we already have various research collaborations agreement and letter of intent from our various commercial partnership. So this is our team members, encompassed with co-founders Andrew and Kathy, who have more than 2 decades of experience in biomedical sciences and AI. And me and Kathy are the IVD product scientists who are developing the proof of concept and doing the validation. And we already have a couple of grants achieved previously in Innovate UK and MedCity. And we have a quite good of advisors. This is the technology we're trying to change the new invention in the cancer. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask any questions.
Thank you very much. And now I'd like to invite Wada to the stage, representing his company as founder of D-Lock Biosystems. Wada. 5 minutes.
Okay, 5. I'm Wada. I'm the founder and CEO of the LOC Biosystems. That's the. Okay. So it takes 2.2 billion pounds and 12 years to develop one successful drug, because 90% of the drugs fail at the late and very expensive clinical trial stages. The reason is that the preclinical results do not determine the clinical failures. This happens because at the preclinical trials, pharmaceutical companies test drugs on 2D tissues that do not behave like the tissue in our body. That's because cell behavior is strongly influenced by 3 main factors: the 3D tissue structure, which is the arrangement of cells within a tissue; the tissue microenvironment, which is the dynamic interaction of the cellular and the surrounding non-cellular components; and the organ system connectivity, which is the organ-organ communication within an organ system. None of those 3 factors are preserved in conventional methods. To preserve those 3 factors, we invented a new organ-on-chip device, which is a small plastic chip where we can insert cells inside this chip, and the cells could grow to form 3D microorgans that resembles the organs found in our bodies. We can test drugs on it, and we can better determine the effect of the drugs before testing on humans. To preserve the 3D tissue structure, we incorporated our patented scaffolding systems. We have ultra-thin porous scaffolding system. Those scaffolds are 3D, so when we insert cells, the cells would attach to those scaffolds and take the 3D shape. That's exactly designed to mimic the shape in our body. To preserve the 3D microenvironment, we allowed the scaffolds to be porous, so that cells grown into different compartments within the chip and tissues grown into different compartments within the chip can communicate and migrate in a similar way that they do in our body. And to preserve the organ-organ connectivity, we designed another device called the Human On-Chip Operating System, which is a device that can connect and control different chips together, mimicking the full human body dynamics. Plus, it can do real-time measurement, and it can mimic the fluid dynamics and the shear process inside of each chip separately. In addition to our chip and operating systems that we patented and developed, actually we have national patents filed worldwide for both. We are currently also developing an AI software that can control the operating system, which can do real-time measurement, which can do optimization for the drug dosage in a closed-loop system using real-time biomarker measurements. We validated our technology by collaborating with different labs at multiple universities, where we successfully grew healthy and diseased organ models in our chips that resemble the human body more than other technologies on the market. At the next step, we'll test. We'll select 20 drugs that failed at different stages of the clinical trials, and we're going to test them on our chips to validate our chips' predictive abilities. We are a CRO. We will offer pharmaceutical companies a drug testing service prior to human trials. The aim of the drug testing service is to early terminate the failing drugs, reducing up to 50% of the clinical costs. The second aim is to predict false negatives, which is the drugs that would fail on animals but are good on humans, such as aspirin, for example. Aspirin causes toxicity in mice, although it's the most commonly used cardiovascular drug. The third aim is to replace animal testing. Actually, new regulations have been put in hand in this regard, such as the FDA Modernization Act 2.0, which makes it official or legal for organ-on-chip testing to replace animal testing. We are a team of 20 people in our company. On our team, we have Dr. Giulia Grimaldi. She leads the biology team, and she has 15 years of experience in the field. And Mustafa Amouri, he leads the engineering and manufacturing teams. He has 10 years of experience in the topic also. Plus, we have our own manufacturing facility that can produce 1,000 chips a month. And we recently established our biology lab at Discovery Park, where we'll be offering the drug testing services from it. We are currently raising $1.2 million to be able to sell our first drug testing services by Q4 2024 using our kidney and liver models. That's the ones that we have. So we raised to date $750,000. We are still raising $450,000. The aim of this round is to finalize all the biological validations, showing the RNA sequencing and marker expression measurement, which would fully confirm the superiority of the technology compared to other technologies on the market. Thank you. No Q&A.
Thank you, Wada. Okay, and so on to our next picture, and welcome Alicia. And you'll be telling us about bug biome. You have 5 minutes.
Great. I'm Alicia from Bug Biome, if I can work the slides. And at Bug Biome, we're harnessing nature's microbial actives for pest protection. Insects are the most deadly animal on the planet. There's 1.4 billion of them per person on Earth, and many of these insects carry infectious diseases. Mosquitoes carry diseases like malaria, which continue to cause over 1 million deaths every year, whilst aphids infect crops and can lead to up to 30% yield losses. To date, we've been over-reliant on synthetic chemicals to lethally control these pests. At Bug Biome, we're bringing natural repellents to market. These are based on the microbiome of either plants, humans, or animals. So that's the bacteria, fungi, and viruses that are on all of our skins and the skin of both plants and animals. These microbes naturally produce odors, and some of these are naturally repellent to insects. During my PhD, I was investigating why, when I go on holiday, I get absolutely attacked by mosquitoes, while some of my friends get hardly bitten at all. I showed that this was to do with differences in the skin microbiome composition between these two groups of people, and there was potential to manipulate this through skin microbiome transfers. We're building upon these core concepts of microbes producing odors that can repel insects at Bug Biome. We're doing this through a 3-step platform which uses hydrogel technology we're currently working on to culture previously unculturable microbes. And then we do compound discovery, combining metabolomics, insect assays, and bioinformatics to select microbial actives against our pests. And then we'll take these to market through commercialization licensing deals once we've got regulatory and larger scale data. So we're beginning with 2 targets. The first is oilseed rape and aphids. This project is supported by Innovate UK funding. It's got a shorter regulatory pathway through biostimulant regulation, and it's a simpler experimental system. The second is my personal favourite, the mosquitoes, to bring a long-lasting, high-end traveller repellent to market. So there's many market opportunities for microbial disruption beyond these first 2 targets, including insect repellents and beyond that into things like horticulture. So our timeline, we're currently raising our pre-seed round, which will allow us to complete the development of our hydrogel technology, securing a patent on the core of our platform. We'll be validating the platform with aphids and then applying it to mosquitoes. So the core team is expanding to cover the entire platform. I'm the CEO, I've got a background in a variety of things, mycology, chemical ecology, and insects. I'm joined by Christopher Mosdale, who has 10 years commercial experience getting deals done and getting microbial products to market. And we've got a fantastic bioinformatician and mycologist joining us in the new year. We've also got Colin Bennett, who's an experienced chairman, getting microbial startups like ours from pre-seed through to Series A. We've got some fantastic advisors, including Andy Richards of Cambridge Angels, Laura Tugwell on regulation, and Amanda more on the to-consumer side of things. Right now, we're raising over £200,000 pre-seed to match fund in Innovate UK grant that we have received, and we have over 100k committed for an angel syndicate. I'll be pitching at Cambridge Angels this evening, so if anyone in the audience is an angel investor and you've enjoyed this presentation, get me before I run back to Cambridge at 3 o'clock. So this is going to allow us to deliver our strain bank, bioinformatics, patent on the core platform, and initial efficacy data on our lead repellents. Thank you for listening. That's Bug Biome, and we're harnessing nature's microbial actives for pest protection. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Alicia. And I would now like to invite Sean and Valeria, who are going to present Arwen to us.
Oops. Good afternoon. We are Arwen, and we are going to revolutionize mental health in the digital space using brand new technology. We're very grateful to be part of Discovery Spark's Cohort 1, which is giving us the opportunity to present to you all today. As you all know, we've seen an explosion in mental health problems over the last few years, but wars and pandemics aside, we feel this is being exacerbated by an unhealthy relationship with technology, and we see this problem getting exponentially worse over the coming years as we see XR technology going mainstream, with mental health problems developing we don't even have names for yet. Traditional solutions are not working. Talk therapy is either very expensive or comes with very long waiting lists. Medication is problematic and comes with adverse side effects. And the self-medication digital solutions that are out there, we feel are frankly pathetic. We are going to completely disrupt this space with a brand new way of thinking. So imagine putting on a VR headset for 15 minutes every other day and being transported to a brand new digital landscape designed from the ground up to elicit an emotional response and alleviate your anxiety. Building off my experience in emotion hacking and empathy engineering, we designed a new way to look at VR content with no language whatsoever. It doesn't cause any nausea. Controversially, there's no avatar and no agency. You simply are navigated through a geometric landscape of light and sound and have an emotional transformation. The science behind what we're doing is complex, but to distill it down, we're working off two really powerful human emotions, presence and awe, and we are able to harness and engineer them. And when combined, they are leading to neuroplasticity and lasting positive change. This is an image from our latest prototype, which is built off the algorithm and has been tooled specifically to work with anxiety. It's currently being deployed in a number of clinics. Interestingly and potentially counterintuitively, we induce anxiety and then relieve it afterwards. And we're seeing dramatic response in the over 800 people that have tested it, with a 95% reduction in anxiety, including 200 people as part of a paid pilot at the LSE. Our roadmap is ambitious, but with your investment, we intend to polish our MVP into a product and deploy it through our B2B master plan. But more excitingly, we use biometrics at the core of all of our design, and so we are going to plan to build some emotional data sets, which is new to the world of machine learning, which will allow us to actually, using parametric design initially and then machine learning, have personalized experiences, which will not only be radical, but also protect us from being copied.
And we are definitely the team to build it. Myself and Tanya have long experience in growing companies, strategy, commercialization, and fundraising. Sean, as he was mentioning, has 10+ year experience in immersive experiences and emotional engineering, where he collaborated with lots of academics and scientists to really understand the impact that his performance has had on his audiences. Then we're joined by Chris, who's been with us from the very beginning and has developed all the prototypes we've had so far and has 20+ experience in tech. And here it's a little bit of, 800 user testing, lots of feedback and comments. One that we're particularly proud of is from all the industry experts. They're the one that really powers us on. The director of an addiction clinic said, for example, that our solution is like digital MDMA. So that's the level we're at. So with a £125,000 investment so far from Zinc VC and UKRI, we have achieved all of that. Plus we have live pilots in addiction rehabilitation clinics. We are in live conversation with 3 other clinics that want to assume our solutions. And we are also with Zinc VR, which is the XR medical platform for the healthcare system in Europe. So they sell to all the different healthcare providers within Europe. Our go-to-market strategy is a multi-tier ones. Our beachhead market is the clinics that we're working with right now, and with them we plan to validate and get clinical validation. We then want to move to employers that have high-stress workforce. Okay, and then we go to mass market to general employers and population. And we've calculated our market on a bottom-up approach, with the beachhead market having clinics spending about £12,000 annually, and gives us a sum of 200 million, and then we move to 10 million once we go big.
The competition is growing. We're also seeing a mass migration of current digital technology moving to VR, including Headspace, which has just partnered with Meta. However, we feel they're pretty much making the same fundamental mistake, which is to work on a behavioral cognitive approach, whereas we're looking at emotions and emotional transformation. Last slide.
Sorry we're late, but 1 million to achieve all of this. Thank you very much. Oh, and we have the VR headset, so if anybody wants to have a test or a demo afterwards, come and look for us.
Everyone loves a demo. Thank you very much, Arwen. Okay, so they scooted away to the back of the room. I'm now going to invite them and everybody else who just pitched to come back to the stage, please. And I really want to point out my own thanks to these teams for being our guinea pigs in cohort 1. I'm sure if I pay them enough money, they'll say they had a good time, so please talk to them at lunch. Please come onto the stage. There are apparently only 3 companies to vote for. You sure? 5. There are 5 because there is a winner. So would Mayor Schreiber please like to come to the stage? Mayor, I hope you agree these are an excellent example of the kind of companies we'd like to invite to Discovery Park.
Thank you, Renos, and thank you for running this fabulous program. I think this was a challenge choosing a winner, because all of the cohort companies who presented today were really phenomenal in their regard, and it's a shame we don't have more prizes available, although who knows. But for now, we have one prize, and I think it's been a very competitive process, but it's been voted through the various different partners. I'm pleased to say I haven't been given a chance to vote, so it's all been outside of me, so I'm completely objective here. And the winner of the prize is Bug Biome. So I'll hand over to Alicia. Well done, thank you very much. I must say to all of you, well done for your great work. Thank you for participating in this program and for your feedback, which is highly appreciated. And listening to your slides, a shame there's only one vote on the wildcard table, but phenomenal job, and I wish you the best of success in your journeys. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much. It was really great to meet so many awesome variety of startups on this program. I think I've only really done biotech-focused things in the past. I've definitely learned a lot from all of you, as well as the program. Thanks, Renos, and thanks, Mayor.
Thank you. So those of you who've already gone with the QR code will know there are 5 other companies who we've seen pitch today. The DPV team were so impressed by the calibre of the companies that we have that we would like to offer an additional prize. So the first prize was £50,000 of investment from Discovery Park Ventures and Lab Space and a whole support package provided by a range of different partners, many of whom are in the room. But the wildcard prize will be voted by you. And that individual will be given the help and support of Discovery Park through access to space, membership of the Barclays Eagle Lab, and also our prize partners have all allocated to provide some time to support them individually. So please scan the QR code, vote for your favourite, and when we come back after lunch at 2:30, we will be awarding the wildcard winner prize. But please take the time to vote because all of these companies would benefit from the support. Thank you.